Plan your exit when you're buying or getting into the restaurant industry. Whoever thinks that you should plan your exit before you get into the industry, raise your hand. Smart group. Sounds good. We can start. So what I'm going to talk about is another way to get into the restaurant industry, and it's acquiring a franchise resale, acquiring something that's already established. What is a franchise resale? Well, it's very easy. It's a location you can walk in and you can smell the food. The cash register is already ringing, employees are there, you're bringing in money from day one. That's a franchise resale. If you're looking at getting into the restaurant industry, the first thing you should think about is, what is your goal? Why are you looking at getting into the restaurant industry? A couple goals that I have on here, that some buyers that I talked to, some are looking at buying cash flow, meaning they're looking at buying a paycheck. For restaurants making $75,000 a year, they're gonna buy that paycheck for $75,000 a year. Some may wanna open up the same concept, but become a multi-unit owner. We just heard that from Asha, who's just before me. A great way to become a multi-unit owner really quick is to buy a franchise resale. We actually had someone here who was at Duck Donuts. He said he bought 2 locations in Charlotte, opened up his 3rd. He started by buying a franchise resale. Buying an asset sale. So an asset sale is a restaurant that is not profitable or it's showing very little profit. You're buying an asset sale for growth opportunities. And a lot of times their asset sales, they're gonna be priced for pennies on the dollar compared to buying a restaurant that's very profitable. Why would you consider buying a franchise resale? I've been very fortunate for the last 12 years to talk to people about why they should actually look at buying a franchise resale. I think the first one is very important. Always tell people, don't go broke on the build out. So going broke on the build out is, you get a new space, you spend all this money to open it up, and you're broke, and you have no money to operate your restaurant. Because you might have had some unexpected things that happened when you were building out the space. If you buy a space that's already built out, a lot of the unknowns are already done. That's why you save a lot of money when you buy a resale. Established customer base. You're already established because it's already up and running. You don't have to guess if customers are gonna come. You don't have to guess what the traffic count will be, because you can look at the financial numbers and already know what that person has already done at that restaurant. Takes a lot of the guessing out. Established business with financial data. This is something that's really important. I don't like going off projections, I like going off reality. So show me your tax returns. That's how I can know what this business actually does. We're not doing projections, we're not guessing. You're buying something that's established, you get all the financial numbers that you want. You get to learn from the from the seller's mistakes. What did the seller do good? What would the seller change? Learn from their costly mistakes when you're buying a franchise resale. Has a trained staff. This is super important. We all know today that it's harder than ever to get employees. Buy a franchise resale, they already got employees. Sometimes they'll come with managers. Sometimes they'll come with trained staff that's cooks. It's very important, and this is something that's really, when I'm talking with my sellers, the first thing I talk to them is, hey, how long has your employees been with you? Tell me about your key employee. If you sell a restaurant, will your key employee stay for the next person? Because that's what I'm gonna talk to the buyer about is, hey, they have an established customer base, established employees. This employee's been here 10, 15 years. And that's something that's really important.